Hey Pisces, this is Christine, and this is a bonus reading for Pisces season. Happy birthday, if you're celebrating. So I chose a reading out of this really great book that I have, and the name of the reading is, it's a Jungian Archetype personality spread. Carl Jung, if you're not familiar with him, was a noted Swiss psychologist. I'm just trying to give you the relevant information. He was a prolific writer and thinker, influencing psychology, the study of religion and literature. He's also the founder of analytical psychology. And I have a background in psychology, so that's probably partially why I was drawn to this. But also, another really interesting fact is Carl Jung, I'm going to finish shuffling while I'm talking here. Carl Jung used to use tarot with his patients to depict behavioral patterns. So I thought that was pretty interesting when I found that out. I'm not taking that yet. I don't know if you're waiting for something, but so the spread is just, it's asking who you are. So as I go through with the questions, I'll tell you what we're asking. This will obviously be a timeless reading. So this is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. All right, so the first question, it's broken up by ego, soul, and self. So the first question is, what makes you happy? So we need one for what makes Pisces happy. Remember, these are general. It's going to resonate for some, for others it won't. I hope you don't enjoy playing victim here, because that's about holding on to resentments. And for those of you who do carry resentments with you, it's easy to get comfortable in that. Doesn't sound easy, but it is. Like, even the premise of forgiving another person for your own sake was always hard for me to wrap my mind around, especially when you're dealing with somebody you don't feel deserves your forgiveness. But you deserve to let this go. All right, so how do you connect with others? Sorry, I hadn't asked the question yet. That's the next question. How do you connect with others? One thing I'll say for this is nobody ever stayed in a train of thought or in a situation that made them unhappy if they weren't getting something out of it. So be mindful of that. Even if it seems like a very negative situation and a negative thought pattern, yeah, it's already indicating there's something you need to break away from. It could be a toxic thought pattern, because the question here is, how do you connect to others? And this would indicate to break away from any toxic relationships, or it could be you on a personal level needing to break away from behaviors that aren't serving you. I really, really do try not to overuse the word toxic. In many cases, it's the appropriate word to use. So in asking how you connect with others, it's saying to break away from something you're doing when you're interacting with people, or you could need to be mindful of some situations or connections that you need to break away from. So the next question is, how do you prove yourself? How does Pisces prove themselves? By taking control. I mean, that's a pretty clear answer. All right, so the next one is, how do you care for others, Pisces? I know quite a few Pisces. Actually, my mom is a Pisces. All right, so, yeah, so let me go back to this, though, because when it says, how do you prove yourself to others, I don't feel we should ever be in positions where we feel like we have to prove ourselves. I suppose not in personal connections. I can see where if it's a job thing, something creative, school even. I mean, that's probably the very essence of being in school, you know. But in terms of other people, be mindful because, you know, the biggest thing I want from this reading is to bring you some self-awareness. So what it's saying is to maybe relinquish some control, that you're proving yourself to the people you're dealing with. I mean, taking control is a beautiful thing in a professional sense, but on a personal level, you might want to look at that. Even if you feel like you're the one who has to take control, you might want to work on accepting what you can and can't control. How do you care for others? That's the next question. Oh, I mean, you extend yourself emotionally, even if it's small. Maybe you tend to be the one that extends yourself to others. I love this, actually, because this is inspired action, so it would make sense too. You know, maybe you need to find a happy medium between controlling it and extending yourself. So how does Pisces expand? Oh. How does Pisces expand? Make sure you're not missing any opportunities. Keep your head up. Pay attention to what's going on around you. How do you change what doesn't work? All right, I'm not taking those, but I am taking that. To change what doesn't work, go with your intuition. Some of you might need to keep some things to yourself. There could be a necessity for some secrecy. Not holding deep secrets, like dark ones, I'm saying. You don't necessarily have to tell the people you're dealing with all of your moves. Let's put it that way. So go with your gut and keep shit to yourself sometimes. How do you experience intimacy? A lot of times these can be hard because some of the questions they ask, I don't know how to relate the card to them right away anyways. It'll take some clarification, but I am grateful. These are coming out pretty clear, but I don't want to speak too soon. So how does Pisces experience intimacy? All right, that's too much. You might want to try to see other people's perspective on things. But let's see. Okay, you gotta let that guard down. I mean, especially if this is something within the home, family, your stability, watch how defensive you're being, because your defensiveness could be causing people to find you unapproachable. What's Pisces' vision? Okay, too much, guys. What's Pisces' vision? Oh. I don't know if you focus a lot on your money, but you could be considering, see, that's going to be a hard one. I spoke too soon, but not investing in something anymore. I didn't even ask the question. All right, I got to make room here. All right, next question is, how does Pisces have fun? So I'm sorry, I'll back up because I don't know if I was clear. So yeah, what's your vision? I'm going to go back to that for sure. More pentacles. Wait, where are we at? Okay. Sorry, guys. So how do you have fun? This would be definitely about not being alone. Like maybe you have a hard time not being with others, not enjoying your own company. Yeah, sorry there, guys. I had a moment. Include others when you're having fun. What is Pisces truth? Me one. Oh, what is Pisces truth? I will come back to that one too. Sorry, I kind of got stuck on stupid there. All right, so that's a fine example of not knowing how to interpret it into the answer, but I'll just need some clarification. That's all. Oh, interesting, because that card tried to come out earlier. You're a visionary. Taking action. Sorry, I'm reading the next question. Okay, so yeah, that question is, what is your truth? You could be incredibly confident. You could be incredibly attractive. I don't know if you know it or not. King of Wands knows it though. So we'll say that your truth, that you know this truth. And how do you make your dreams come true? Next question. And I'll go back through this. I'll make sure it's clear if you're not clear now. So yeah, how does Pisces make their dreams come true? Oh, by making a choice, by establishing and maintaining loving and healthy relationships. This could be about making some type of a choice. And when I say relationships, I'm not referring to necessarily romantic. But having healthy relationships would make you incredibly happy. And where should Pisces exercise control? Okay, I don't even know what just... Oh. Where should Pisces exercise control? That last one. I don't know if... Oh, Seven of Swords. That's going to be another one I'm going to come back on, but it's funny, I got to say something too. It was either the water side reading, it might have been specifically Pisces. It was the daily. I don't know, it could have been the monthly general, whatever the case. I know the Empress came up twice in reverse. I think it was the water sign monthly general reading. The Empress came up twice in reverse. So this would be about maybe accepting that some things are not going to grow, that they're not going to expand, that there's no control that you have over that. Excuse me. So, and what makes you happy? Be mindful for those of you, and again, this is going to resonate for some, not for others, because this is general, but if you get some type of a satisfaction out of holding a grudge, holding on to something, you might not realize how much it's affecting you. How do you connect to others? Breaking out of some type of pattern that you're in. Either it would be choosing the type of people that you want to be around, people that will serve you, or being mindful of your behaviors. And if there's something you're doing that's not working, You may want to work on that and make some changes. How do you prove yourself? By taking control. But again, I understand in a professional sense, whether creative, a job, a school, whatever, that you want to take control. But if you are doing this in your personal relationships, trying to control them, let me know how that works out for you. How do you care for others? I love this. You extend yourself. You have no problem extending your emotion. And I love that because it feels almost graceful. How do you expand? Be mindful of missing any opportunities that are coming towards you. How do you change what doesn't work? Listen to your intuition. And you don't have to tell everybody everything that's going on in your life or all the thoughts that you're having. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk to anyone. I'm saying maybe there's times where you need to just keep it to yourself. How do you experience intimacy? Especially in family situations, the people you live with. But whatever your stability is, and that's subjective. That's going to vary for everyone. But, sorry, battery's going low. Let your guard down. How do you experience intimacy? You're way too defensive. In your interactions, you're trying to control them instead of letting your guard down and enjoying it. Just enjoying it, even if it's not exactly the way you think it should look. Now, what is my vision? Okay, I do want one more on this Queen of Pentacles because that would indicate not investing into something anymore. Just not giving some. Okay, I'm not taking those, but this one, this is the one. Okay, so, all right, what is your, okay. This is about giving. The question is, what is your vision? You don't want any more conflict, okay? So with that clarification, it's clear that if it's somebody you're dealing with that you feel like isn't putting in all the energy that they could, or that they've stopped investing, and you want it to be better, you want, if there's a lot of people involved in this, if there's just a lot of conflict, if somebody's resisting change, it could be you. And again, if it's somebody else, you can't control that, although you may be trying to. So your vision is for things to be more peaceful. I don't know if you're dealing with an earth sign, by the way, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You want things to be calmer, more at peace. You yourself are resisting change, or somebody you're dealing with is. How do you have fun? I do want another one on that Nine of Pentacles, because that would indicate not being single, being with others. Okay, this would be acceptance of something. And this is where it gets tricky, because I'm trying to translate it into how that could be a fun thing. Honestly, this could revert back to this, where you're holding on to something and your behaviors could be becoming, they're not cohesive to what you're trying to do. So moving forward again, where are we at? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to keep track of the 9. Oh, and how you have fun. You know what, honestly, I don't know that this is advice so much on how to have fun. This is just advice on how to lighten your heart. So this is about accepting some things, and even if it is with a heavy heart, then you can move on. There's something you're holding on to that is affecting your ability to lighten up and have fun. So be mindful of that in your gray matter somewhere, you're holding on to something. You might be a little uptight, all right? I'm just going to say that. What is your truth? You're feeling yourself. I will say that. This is about taking action, taking control, not in a controlling manner as we were talking before. This is about being a starter. Somebody who, sorry guys, I'm at a loss for words here. Somebody who takes the action and initiates. This is a visionary. So that's your truth. And again, you guys are definitely feeling yourself. How do you make your dreams come true? Make a choice. Focus on your partnerships. I don't know if YouTube's going to have a problem with the nudity on there. And where should you exercise control? I'm going to get one more on that. Again, I remember the reading now, and I don't know if it had to do with family or children. This could be really acceptance that you can't. Acceptance, just like here, letting something go. Acceptance that you don't have control. All right, after you can control your thoughts, and some of you might be in the process of, let's call it a hard-won victory, because after a long time of obsessively thinking, and definitely a pattern I've been seeing in the water sign reading is the obsessive thinking. This is about accepting that you don't have all the control that you seem to think you do. But it doesn't mean you need to stop making an effort. Extend yourself low-key and small, and accept that you can't control the outcome. All right, guys, I hope you like this. I know it was all over the place. Again, just hard to sometimes to translate the cards into the questions, but I really do hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Have a great day, and happy birthday if you're celebrating, and I'll talk to you soon.